All right guys, today we have a 2017 S550 and the heater doesn't work. And yeah, it's my car. Let's get into it. Pretty short backstory on this one. Get in the car, turn the heater on, don't work. Freezing cold, 45 degrees this morning. I know I'm gonna get called out a lot, but listen, when you got no heat in the car at all, and actually it wants to really put out AC is what it's kind of doing, not comfortable. So we've got the, we pulled a code on it the other day and we had a heater flow valve code. We're gonna pull that back up again. We're gonna show you guys and we're gonna figure out what's wrong with this thing. Hopefully I already know what it is, but we're gonna test it out. I've not done any testing yet other than the scam, and hopefully we're gonna get it fixed this morning. So let's get it inside the bay here and start doing some testing on it. Did the full vehicle scan on it again. Show you, we've got a couple of things going on. We've got a starter battery issue. It says current and stored, so I probably need to test my starter battery out before that gets me stuck. We've got some other things going on. That says it's a stored code for the left front seat heater. It is working because that's the only thing that gives me heat on the car. We have some kind of a stereo malfunction camera. I'll have to look at that. That says stored too though. Uh-oh. I hit generate report about 5 minutes ago. I don't know why it took so long to do that. We've already gone through so many things here, so we're just going to look at it this way. And then the ones we're really concerned about is we have a stored code for the actuator motor for the lower left blend air flap, the flow in the heating circuit, and then we have current. So those are both stored, but then we have a current and stored on the shutoff valve. That's what I'm really concerned about. I don't know about this air vent on the left front center air vent. We'd have to look into that. That's not what I'm going to look at today. We're going to focus on the shutoff valve, on this part of it right here. That is the heater control valve. Let's go into this module real quick. I don't have a maintainer on this. I know I always put a maintainer on a vehicle. It's my own car, unfortunately. And the battery is already, you know, a little bit marginal. The maintainer is on that truck and it's working on that truck up there, so I can't take it off of that. I don't have another one. Not over here anyway. So we're going to try to get through this really quickly. I just want to see if there is a control, if I have bidirectional control for that heater control valve, what I would consider a heater control valve. So let's see here. It says AC water valve. 119, that's not it. Yeah, it's just turning. It's telling me to start the engine up. Say, hey dude, you're killing us here. I want to read that one more time here. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's go back out here. I just want to see what that component number was. Doesn't give me a component number. All right. Not good, not good. Living on the edge, living on the edge. That dude has got the pig mats over there and just made himself a bed out of it. Wow. I don't want control module reset. What's happening right now? Actuation test. Coolant pump, blah, 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 display. All right. I don't see any way of doing that. We're going to leave this alone. We're going to turn the car off. And let's get to the actual heater control valve, which on this one, I will tell you, not the most fun, not the most difficult in the world, but definitely, you want to hit that button on that red one, that red button over there, Sherwood? Get that up out of the way. I need some fender covers. Heater control valve is under here. So we're going to have to access that and see if we can't. I want to test it out. Now, I am going to tell you, I have pre-ordered a heater control valve. Wasn't very expensive at all. It's a very common failure. And if it's not bad, okay, it's not bad. But I want to have it here, so if it's bad, because otherwise I'm going to be waiting to get it because it's in Jacksonville. First clip, not a good beginning. There we go. Just lay them in here. Just get those laid out of the way. Let me get that other cover off over there. Let's turn in a very inconvenient direction. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. There we go. Looks like it's missing a piece of that clip. It is. Should look like this one. Oh, got it.
I think I missed you catching that.
Oh. Of course you did.
I think it was out of the camera.
Of course it was.
Out of frame, sorry. Never happened.
Never happened. Yeah, it happened. It's missing a bunch of. No, those are not in there. All right. I think we're gonna have to get that out of the way, and then gotta be super careful with these with the windshield right there.
How long have you owned this vehicle?
2 years in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember I bought it right before, or I looked at it as I was driving over for Junior Tech Night 2 years ago. Got my absolute favorite ratchet, and I just found out the other day, we were doing some research, they make a set of these ratchets, so I will be getting that. I just like the head size on these things. It's just so convenient. Yeah, in this case it's not a big deal, but it just really is a nice ratchet.
And they're 122.
Yep. And they haven't slipped yet. So it's been a good ratchet. I say they only have the one, but hasn't had any issues with it whatsoever. I don't like using air, or in this case, in these days, electric, to pull these off or put them back on. I just feel like we're working by the windshield. We've got some studs here. I mean, these things are easy to break, and it's just, for me, a safer option to just use a hand ratchet. Now, the fun part on these things sometimes can be getting them actually off the car or off of the stud. So we might have to get a puller or something for that. I do have pullers for it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, all right. I have a selection of pullers. They've been with me for, some of them have been with me for a long time. This one's gonna work on this. Don't think it is. Maybe it will. Oh yeah. There's one. Let's do this one. This one's gonna be fun with the hoses in a way. There we go. Very nice. Okay. And then I get that last one. Let's pull this one up. And lay it over to the side here for now. Figure out this. I really don't want to. This might turn into a bigger ordeal here. Hang on, let's see here. Yeah, I don't want to mess with those hoses if I don't have to. It's going to be the one that's a little more, it's funky shaped, of course. Look at this. It's got to be shaped like that. Of course it does. Hand me that other one over there. Sure, where nope, the other one. Yep.
Where'd you get these at? Tool Tug?
Oh gosh, I don't remember. some of these for a very long time. Probably not. I think this came off Amazon or something. I think probably most of them came off Amazon. I think this might be a battery post puller, but I'm not sure. I don't know. We use it for what we got to use it for. Wanting to slide off of that stud there. No, I'm not on the stud. Because the stud is not centered, which makes it fun. There's no way it's going to get centered. We're just going to try it. Let's see if it's just get enough pressure on it to pop it off of there. There it goes. Nope. Wasn't.
It slipped.
It slipped off. Let me see that other one. The other one might work, actually. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough. It's going to slip again, probably.
Well, this one's falling apart. All right, then. There's just no way that's going to work. Let me see that. Here we go.
Looks the best chance at it.
We're going to find out. I'm sure there's a special, there it is.
There it is.
Sure there's some kind of a special puller for that wiper. All right, let's bring it off. You got to pull this piece off right here. Yep. This piece. Because it's under it. It still makes me worried. These things always scare the heck out of me. Got the brand new 8 tools. We showed a video on the Allen wrenches the other day. They sent us these. Let's give them a shot. I mean, they should easily take this off. I don't think we're putting them through any, hopefully we're not putting them through any stress on this.
I mean, it wouldn't be, probably be fun to test these ones out too. It's
Well,
impressive with the other ones.
I can tell you right now, torque sockets break. Period. You're not going to not break those at some point in your career. Right here, these two. It's just a bar that goes across. Bless you. There we go. Got a little drain piece here.
For those wondering, it's probably a $1,500 or $2,000 windshield, if not more.
I would think it's more than that. Let's do this. I got a really good idea. Let's not find out.
I thought you were gonna say comment and tell us how much.
Y'all can comment down there. I don't want to find out for real. How about that? At all.
I like living in Florida.
Yeah. Glass coverage?
Yep.
Yeah.
No glass
I
coverage
wonder
in
how many
Georgia.
states have that? Because Georgia doesn't have that.
Comment that too. I am curious about that.
Yeah.
Could probably look it up on Google, but
All right, we're going to leave that there. Hey, there's our valve. Right there. Should be a plug-in right over here somewhere. Yep, plug-in's right there. I'm going to get a couple of leads here. You see how often on these videos, guys, we go to this deal. So, I mean, I can't stress enough. If you're doing this kind of work, just go on AESWave and grab one of them things. I will tell you this, when we go to the expos like Vision, which is a huge expo where they do a lot of training and all that, they sell out of that like that.
Yep.
And guys are running literally, as soon as the expo opens up, they're running over to AES.
Because they do like discounts and stuff.
Yeah, they do a crazy discount at
Vision.
They don't go to any other shows, do they?
Gosh, I don't know. I'd have to find out.
I mean, they have a good site. You can buy pretty much
Yeah.
the majority of diagnostic stuff that you want on that site.
They're really, really good people too. Super
Buy
nice
the
people.
scope from them. You can buy everything.
Yeah, you can pretty much get anything from them. All right, so this is the size we need. What I was doing there while I was putting the male one in, I wanted to see what size I needed for the female because the female is more difficult to get to. So we're gonna, Sherwood, I'm probably gonna need you to hold the light and the camera.
And watch the windshield with the camera.
And please watch the windshield with the camera, or you might find out how much the windshield
I'm really
costs.
good at holding the light for you. That's all you let me do my whole childhood.
What I want to check here is the resistance. And I'm not a big resistance guy, but on something like this, it can let us know if resistance check is bad, then the part's bad. If the resistance test is good, this means the resistance check was good right then. Doesn't mean the part's good. So, bad, yeah, it's failed. Good, you're still not done. All right, so we have 2.4 ohms. Okay. So now, by pure luck, I mean, it's a really lucky thing.
If I was you, I'd check the Tecton cart. Tecton box, probably. Or right there. Got that.
No, we're putting that in.
Got that.
By pure luck, we got a new one. Not luck. Let's check and see what this is.
It was in the Epic Fail series.
Oops, hang on.
Still working for now.
What's working?
The new one.
We don't know if that's good or bad. We don't know. Did you just break it? I don't know. Just kidding. It can take that little fall. I want to try to get it plugged in just so I can just show them both in exactly the same way. There we go. All right, almost 20 ohms. That's a substantial difference. And I mean, this one's just not really even hot at all. So yeah, sometimes temperature can make a difference.
Are there specs for those kind of things?
You're never gonna find it.
Yeah.
Does an engineer have a spec for that somewhere? Absolutely. But I don't know that that Mercedes is gonna publish that. Sadly, because that would make our life a lot easier, testing components like that. Here's the thing, extremely common failure. We can see the difference between the reading of that one and this one. That's a considerable amount. We're going to put it in here, and we're going to see if we get some flow out of this heater. And let's see here for a second. And we could definitely run it and check our temperatures going in and out and all that. We know it's not working.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, this ain't working. We're gonna replace this. Lunch break is over. I had to get the stuff organized up a little bit. I couldn't stand it just laying around in the car. I've got my clamps on the hoses just to save me some trouble. So all 4 hoses I got clamps on. And I brought a little menagerie of tools out here. That's going to help me get those clamps off. A couple of different styles, or 3 different styles here. I have more if necessary. This one's kind of got a funky cable on it that's not really held in place properly, but we'll see if I need it or not. Let's try this one first. Let's see if we can't get some of these ones that are... I can get a light. Let me just get a light. That little light's not going to be good. I need to get more light anyway. Give me my light. All right, that one clamped and locked. That's when they get dangerous. Don't want that to get unlocked. That'll hurt your fingers. Okay. See if it's locked. Yep. All right, that one locked in place. Ah, I knew it. Sucker.
Did it get you?
Yeah, it got me. Little suckers get me all the time. You won't get me twice, my friend. You won't get me twice. Yeah. And now it just held again. And now I gotta, yeah, you, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I ain't getting my finger anywhere near you, Buster Brown. All right, here we go. That's two. Well, that'd be fun. Here's what I'm struggling with, guys. This heater hose right there has got a piece of the heater control valve broken off inside of it. It is now crumbling to pieces inside of here. And it's just, I don't want any pieces to fall down into the hose. I gotta be sure they're all coming out. And they're just in there pretty. It's just nothing, there's just nothing fun about this. There's nothing fun about this whole job, to be quite honest with you. And this is one of those deals where when people say, oh, well, how come you charge so much? You know, this costs for 1 hour to put this in. It's not a 1 hour job. It's just not. I mean, if everything goes absolutely, it's 1 hour job. See? It's 1 hour on a brand new car with a brand new part that all those hoses are going to slip right off. And we're not going to be dealing with this. This is why shops will charge more. I mean, it's just coming out in pieces. For older cars. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's an older car, it's easier to work on. No, that's actually not a thing. A lot of people don't like these clamps. As you can tell, I don't like them when I'm working with them because they will get you. They'll hold together. There's a little piece right here. You squeeze it, it clips onto that one. There's not one that's together right now that's held. And they're very sketchy like that because they will just pop apart. But if you want to look at these two different ones, and here's what I like about these. People don't like them because they're hard to work with sometimes. But the good thing about them is they will expand and contract with heat and cold. So they stay tight really good. If you look at these two though, look at the difference in them. I'll try to get them here in there. You see how this one is kind of bent up? It's just not uniform anymore. And that's from me getting in there, trying to squeeze it together, wiggle it, get it out. It just damaged it. We're going to replace it with a regular clamp. This will be fine. We'll use these for decades. We won't have an issue with it, but I'm going to have to try to get something down in there to get it tight. But I think I'm going to do that on the bottom one and the next one up. So on this one and this one, I think it's just going to be easier for me to put that one on, tighten it down. Then I can put this one on, tighten it down. And then these two should be easy peasy. I say that. I shouldn't have said that. It might come back to bite me. But let's go ahead and see if we can't make this happen. Hopefully. What?
So we'll fast forward to you having it in because you've kicked me out of there. I'm not allowed to go in there anymore. So is that what we're doing?
I didn't say you were kicked out of there.
Yeah, I was over here doing that.
Well, I mean, you know, when you're right here and I'm trying to get my hands in there. I didn't kick you out. I'm just like, hey, I need to get my hands in there. And then, you know, you got a little pouty face and went over there and sat down. You gonna put that in there? Are you gonna edit that out?
No, I've
You pouty
knocked
face
down
and you went over there and sat down.
No, I did not. I sat down. Pouty face is a very strong.
I've known you since before birth.
Yeah.
That was a pouty face. Okay. They're getting there. I only snug those down with the ratchet, with the electric ratchet, because it would take a while to spin it down, and then I will finish them off with a regular hand. I don't want to get them too tight. All right. Those two are on. Yay. It's in. I had to replace all 4 of the clamps. I couldn't get the other 2, the ones that go here and here. They were closed or open, locked into place, but they wouldn't release no matter what I did. I just got to get the last 2 clamps off the hoses. And then okay.
Your car's really fighting you, huh?
I mean, there's nothing easy about working on these things. It's all right. Okay. Electrical connectors plugged back in. We're good to go here. What I want to do now is I want to clear the codes. Let's see if the code comes back right away, which it won't. Right? I feel like I'm confident. And because it came back right away before. And then let's see if the, and then I want to make sure we didn't lose very much coolant, but I want to top off the coolant and I want to let it run. We'll probably back it out of the bay and just do it out there and let it run for a little bit just to make sure there's no leaks on it. Once that's, you know, verified, I'll pull it back in and we'll put the cowling back on it. But and we'll make sure that there's some heat while we're outside. But let me get the scanner. Let me wash my hands and then I'm going to clear these codes and let's see what happens. But we can go in here, we can see we've only got the 1 code in there now. And I've cycled the key now a couple of times, so everything's good there. I can see that battery is getting lower. No, it's gonna have to have a battery in it. No big deal. That's not the end of the world on this. But we still have to make sure there's no leaks. Here's the thing, I don't want to put this thing all the way back together and there be some leak under here. And here we are going back together, you know, pulling it back apart again. So let's go and we're going to get it out there. We're going to do it out there, warm it up. And we'll see if the heat works. It's warming up nice and it warms up pretty fast. Let me show you a good easy thing you can do is come right here and we can see that we've got good heat going through all the hoses. Everything's working good there. We should have good heat inside of there. That's a really good picture on it. It's the first time I've used this thing. The very first time I've used that. I like that picture. Nice. So what does it say there? Temperature wise?
It's in Celsius.
Yeah, let's change that. All right.
Because, you know, America's going to be weird.
That's what it is. They try to teach us the Dewey Decimal System in school. Shows 170 on the dash right over here. So we should be. Oh, I feel something. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Very nice, very nice. I like. Oh yeah. Whew, you just don't know. We don't need it very often here, but boy, when we do, love it.
Hey, it snowed here last year.
Stop bringing that up. We don't want to bring that about again.
I want it again.
You're
I
crazy.
like the snow. My kids thought it was cool.
Yeah, I know. But, all right, cool. Let's go out there and double check, make sure there's no leaks. Now, I will tell you the little trick with the clamps. If you want to look down here, I did soak up some because it did come out a little bit. There's a little bit in here, as you can see. But not very, this was all under the car. This was sitting here. So this is basically what we lost of coolant. I've topped it off a tiny little bit. So, you know, that's a really good thing because if you didn't have those on there and that thing just kept flowing, first of all, you got to catch it all. And second of all, You got to fill it up. Those things are convoluted systems. They get air bubbles in them. It just can be a real pain. I don't have to worry about that with this one. And I'm just looking right around the connections just to be sure. No liquid on any of them. And they look beautiful. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I've just got to button it back up and I'll have some good heat, and I'll be able to swap the car out a little bit with my wife because I'm not putting her in a car with no heat. Appreciate you watching. You know what to do if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you know when we drop a video. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. And Sherwood said, hype the video. I don't know what that is, but if you do it, I guess, and tell me how you did it because I have no idea what that is. So appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. It's a new thing? The hyping is? Well, how do you hype it? For everybody that doesn't know, how do you hype it?
Well, on the mobile device, you swipe over from the comments.
Yeah.
There's a hype button. So that
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But what is
You're
that?
gonna tell them now to swipe it at the comments.
Okay, guys, so I guess to hype the video, you swipe over on the comments on a mobile device and you'll see hype. But does that cost? I thought that was like when you were subscribing to something or something like that.
I can only do 3 a week. I don't know if you can get more or not, but I can only do 3 of them a week.
Does it cost anything?
I don't know if it costs to get more. I don't have a mic. I don't know if it costs that.
No, I'm talking about for them.
I don't know if it costs them more to get more than 3 hypes, but you get 3 hypes per week.
So you guys get 3 hypes a week. Okay.
I have my personal YouTube. I get 3 hypes. I don't know if you can buy more or how that works, but
Okay. Save all your hypes for Royalty Auto Services content. Appreciate you watching.